So it looks like we have an update in regards to Love and Marriage Huntsville star Martell Holt's arrest for DV and harassing communications. And according to his rep, it was all a misunderstanding. Welcome back to the Kempire channel, your #1 source for pop culture news in music, entertainment, reality TV, and so much more. As always, be sure to like this video, subscribe to the channel, and hit that notification bell so you never miss out on breaking news when we go live or when we upload. So the news broke this week that Love and Marriage Huntsville star Martell Holt was arrested. He's now since been released, but a lot of people have wondered who exactly may have been involved. So there's a lot of speculation, but in the last video that we did on this, we let you know what exactly or who exactly possibly could be considered under this category of domestic. And I just want to remind you what we told you. So according to Alabama state law, domestic violence in the 3rd degree, which is what he was charged according to the booking notes, the defendant is charged with domestic violence in the 3rd degree. A person commits the crime of domestic violence in the 3rd degree if he or she commits the crime of harassing communications and the victim is a current or former spouse, parent, child, any person with whom the defendant has a child in common, a present or former household member, or a person who has or had a dating relationship with the defendant. So some of us have speculated, was it Melody Rogers? Or was it his other baby mama, the woman that he cheated on Melody with, Ariane Curry? Right now, of course, we're probably not going to get that information because usually they try to protect victims in these particular incidents. So one of the things that I forgot to mention in regards to describing this charge was how much time could Martell eventually serve if convicted? It's actually not a lot of time. According to Google Schmoogle, they said that in the state of Alabama, harassment and harassing communications are considered Class C misdemeanors, which can result in a 90-day prison sentence and a fine up to $500 based upon how a particular case is treated by the court of law. But according to Martell's rep, I didn't know he had one, but according to his rep, this was all a misunderstanding. So let's just read the statement that was released. And this is from our friends over at the Shade Room. This is the statement from his publicist, Janelle Witt. So she says this: "We would like to issue an official statement regarding the recent allegations against Martell Holt concerning harassment text messages to his accuser dating back to August 2022. It is with great concern that we address these accusations. Martell Holt adamantly denies any intentional harm or harassment towards the accuser. We believe that these allegations are the result of a misunderstanding, and we are confident that the legal process will ultimately vindicate Mr. Holt." The same misunderstanding that we watched this past week on the Love and Marriage Huntsville season finale, where he still has not taken ownership for cheating on Melody and consistently tries to say, well, you cheated too, or you did this. It's hard because for us, people that actually have been watching this show for the last how many years, to find any credibility in what Martell Holt says or does. What we have seen him do is borderline what he's being accused of. But we've digressed. Maybe it is a misunderstanding. She continues, "Martell remains committed to being a devoted father and maintaining a positive and healthy co-parenting relationship with Miss Rogers and Miss Curry for the well-being of their children." So she's still not indicating if it's one of them or the other. "Despite the challenges presented, Martell will continue to focus on his role as a responsible parent and contribute positively to his community. We urge the public and the media to approach this matter with fairness and sensitivity, considering the impact of such allegations can have on an individual and their families. We are confident that as the legal proceedings unfold, the truth will emerge and Martell Holt will be exonerated. We appreciate your understanding and respect for Martell's privacy during this challenging time. Further updates will be provided through official channels." Like Love and Marriage Huntsville? We shall see. Again, we do not have the full details on who might be the one accusing Martell of, quote, harassing text messages. But it wouldn't shock me that him, in his mind, he doesn't view what he may have said on text as harassing. Obviously, this person that has called the police on him, that has issued this complaint, feels that they were harassing, feels that it was threatening. Honestly, there have been rumors that there have been a domestic issue between he and Ariane a few months ago, but we didn't have solid proof. We didn't have a mugshot. We didn't have the actual charge. But it also wouldn't shock me if Melody would have finally hit a wall with him and says, you know what? I'm done dealing with your harassment. I'm done dealing with your games. I'm done dealing with your gaslighting, which she has said on this show. And which she has clearly said what he tries to portray to the world on this show versus what's really happening in our real lives versus what you are doing in court, what you're doing with our children is not who Martell really is. Martell on the show versus what we get in regards to the blogs and what he's done seems to be very different. Seems to be a little bit more sinister, to be honest with you. And I had a rant several months ago about Melody being forced to film with her abuser. Based off the behavior that we saw on the show, based off what she has said, that's the energy that we got. So I was actually surprised to see that they were seemingly able to film together this season. They didn't do a lot of filming together, but they did. So for me, in my head, I'm thinking, okay, maybe there's hopes that these two can co-parent because they do have young children. And Martell has another kid that is a sibling to these children as well. But Martell has shown no accountability. If you've been watching Love and Marriage Huntsville for as long as we have, you know, you've seen this behavior. Martell, he's not going to change. Can he do better? He can be a better co-parent, but a better partner, a better husband to someone? I highly doubt that. He still can't even be a solid human being to the mother of his children. Guys, as always, what do you think of Martell Holt and his statement to the world in regards to his recent arrest? Let's continue this conversation in the comment section. As always, be sure to like this video, subscribe to the channel, and hit that notification bell so you never miss out on breaking news when we go live or when we upload. Thanks for watching.
You bring the ladder, I got the